The Rob Thomson era in Philadelphia is over. After a catastrophic 10-19 start to the 2026 season, President of Baseball Operations Dave Dombrowski pulled the plug, making Thomson the second manager fired in a single day across Major League Baseball. The move sends a shockwave through a clubhouse built to win now, and it places the blame for this collapse not just on one man, but on everyone drawing a paycheck at Citizens Bank Park. Dombrowski, in a tense press conference, didn't mince words. When asked about the team's disastrous performance, he delivered a line that will define this moment for the franchise. If we don't turn it around, then all of us will have made a mistake. That all of us is the critical part. This isn't just about Rob Thomson's in-game decisions. This is an indictment of a $260 million+ payroll playing like a bottom feeder. It's an indictment of the front office that constructed it, and it's a direct challenge to the superstars in that locker room. Let's start with the performance that led to this. A 10-19 record is one thing, but the underlying metrics are even more damning. The Phillies currently sit with a 38-run differential, the third worst in the National League. This isn't a case of bad luck or a few tough losses. This is systemic failure. The offense, which was supposed to be the engine of this team, has been sputtering. We have to talk about Trea. In year 4 of his 11-year, $300 million contract, his performance has been nothing short of a liability. He's currently hitting .235 with a .650 OPS. His WRC+, weighted runs created plus, is sitting at 82, meaning he's been 18% worse than a league average hitter. Compounding this are his defensive struggles at shortstop, where he's already accumulated 4 outs above average OAA. For a player earning over $27 million this season, that level of production is untenable and a primary reason for the team's offensive black hole. It doesn't stop there. Kyle Schwarber, while leading the team in home runs with 7, is hitting below the Mendoza line at 198. His all-or-nothing approach is crippling when the nothing happens in 80% of his at-bats, especially from the leadoff spot. JT Realmuto, the supposed BCIB, best catcher in baseball, is posting an OPS of .690, well below his career averages. These are the highly paid veteran pillars of the lineup. When they fail in unison, the pressure on guys like Bryce Harper and Alec Boehm, who have actually been performing, becomes immense. The question must be asked of hitting coach Kevin Long. Has the message gone stale? Is the organizational hitting philosophy failing this specific group of players? Then you flip to the mound. The 1-2 punch of Zack and Aaron Nola was meant to be the bedrock of this team's contention window. While Wheeler has been solid, posting a 3.15 ERA and looking every bit the ace, Nola has been inconsistent, with an ERA hovering around 4.50. His ERA plus of 95 indicates he's been a slightly below-average pitcher thus far, which is not what you expect from a pitcher in the second year of a 7-year, $172 million deal. The real issue has been the back of the rotation and the bullpen. Ranger Suarez has struggled to find the form that made him a postseason hero, and Taijuan Walker's velocity is down, leading to an ERA north of 6 hours before a phantom IL stint. This forced Rob Thomson into constant bullpen games and taxed his high-leverage arms. The bullpen, a perennial source of anxiety in South Philadelphia, has a collective ERA of 4.95. The failure to consistently get quality starts has a cascading effect, and it's a major factor in why Thomson was relieved of his duties. Was it his management of the bullpen, or was it the pieces he was given by Dombrowski? The truth, as always, is likely somewhere in the middle. This brings us back to Dombrowski's comments. His denial that age is the issue. It's not age that's caught up to us. Our players are not too old by any means. Feels like a defense of his own roster-building philosophy. He's the architect of this team. He authorized the massive contracts for Turner, Harper, Schwarber, Castellanos, Wheeler, and Nola. Admitting that age and regression are the culprits would be admitting his win-now window was built on a flawed premise. Instead, he's making a calculated gamble. By firing Thomson, he's using the one major lever he has mid-season to shock the system. He's telling the players, "I've removed the excuse. The manager is gone. Now it's on you." The man tasked with delivering that message is now interim manager Don Mattingly. Donnie Baseball is a respected figure, a former MVP, and has managerial experience with the Dodgers and Marlins. He's known as a calm, steadying presence, a classic player's manager. But is that what this team needs? Do they need a steady hand, or do they need a fire lit under them? Mattingly's job isn't to reinvent the wheel, it's to get a roster of established veterans to simply play up to the back of their baseball cards. His primary challenge will be accountability. Can he command the respect of a clubhouse full of players earning more than he does and demand a higher standard of play? Let's be clear, there is no help coming from the farm system to save this season. The Phillies' top prospects are either still developing or, in the case of Andrew Painter, still carefully managed after his Tommy John surgery. Mick Abel is showing promise at Lehigh Valley, AEAA, but he isn't a finished product, and throwing him into this high-pressure environment would be malpractice. Justin Crawford is an exciting talent, but he's likely still at Reading, AA, and years away. The solution to this 10-19 disaster must come from the 26 men on the active roster. The financial implications here are staggering. The Phillies are deep into the competitive balance tax, CBT, likely exceeding the third tier of penalties. This means not only a massive tax bill for owner John Middleton, but also draft pick penalties. To be paying that kind of price for a last-place team is a fireable offense for a president of baseball operations. Dombrowski knows this. His job is now as much on the line as Thomson's was. So what does a turnaround look like? It has to be immediate and it has to be dramatic. This team probably needs to play at a 650 clip for the next month just to get back to 500. They need to win 8 or 9 games on every 10-game homestand. They need Trea Turner to find his 2023 second-half form. They need Nola to pitch like a co-ace. They need the bottom of the order to produce. Dombrowski's statement, "All of us will have made a mistake," hangs over Citizens Bank Park like a storm cloud. The first consequence of that mistake was Rob Thomson's job. If things don't turn around under Don Mattingly, and quickly, the next mistakes to be rectified will involve the players on the 40-man roster via trades or DFAs, and eventually, the man who put them all there. The clock is ticking, and the margin for error is gone. What do you think was the biggest factor in Thomson's firing? The player performance, his in-game management, or was he just the scapegoat for a flawed roster? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you want to follow every twist and turn of this pivotal moment for the Phillies franchise, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We'll be here to break down every move as Dombrowski and Mattingly try to salvage the 2026 season.